Have you ever really looked at the world around you? Not just the skyline or the crowds, but the hidden forces that keep everything in motion? That 18-wheeler barreling down the highway, the train snaking through distant mountains, the generator humming to life during a blackout. They all have something in common, something you might never notice. You see the machine, but not the heart that powers it. The real magic is hidden, quietly working behind the scenes. Tucked away under hoods and steel panels, there's a force that keeps our world moving. Cummins. It's the name stamped on engines that drive progress, even if most people never see it. It's not the flashiest name, but without it, our modern world would grind to a halt. Imagine a day without deliveries, without power, without movement. Cummins prevents that from happening. The food in your store, the packages at your door, the materials for your home, chances are a Cummins engine helped get them there. Every day, it's working for you, even if you never realize it. Cummins is the unsung hero of logistics, the silent partner in global commerce, connecting continents and communities. But how did one company become the backbone of modern transportation? How did it earn the trust of industries worldwide? It's a story of relentless innovation and a stubborn belief in a technology many dismissed as noisy, dirty, and impractical. But visionaries saw something more. It all began in a small Midwestern town with a self-taught mechanic and a wild idea, one that would change the world's roads forever. He saw potential where others saw problems, and his vision set off a revolution we still feel today. Every innovation built on the last, each engine a step forward. This is the story of how Cummins became synonymous with durability, power, and the drive to move the world, no matter the challenge. We'll pull back the curtain, look under the hood, and explore the grit, determination, and ingenuity that built an empire. From daring stunts to engineering feats, this is the story of Cummins, the engine that powers the world mile after mile. Someone had to build the heart of industry. Cummins did, and it's still beating strong today. Every story starts somewhere. Sometimes it's in the most unexpected places. A quiet town, a humble home, or a single moment of inspiration. For Cummins, it began with Clessie Lyle Cummins, a farm boy from Indiana with a knack for machines and a restless curiosity about how things worked. He wasn't a trained engineer, but he could fix anything and loved to tinker, spending hours taking apart engines just to see if he could put them back together better than before. Working as a chauffeur and mechanic for banker William G. Irwin, Clessie found his opportunity, one that would change his life and the world of engines forever. The diesel engine, invented by Rudolf Diesel, was seen as crude and unreliable, used mostly in submarines and factories, far from the everyday world of cars and trucks. But Clessie saw potential, a more efficient, powerful engine that could run on cheaper fuel and transform transportation for everyone. With Irwin's backing, he founded Cummins Engine Company in 1919, setting up shop in Columbus, Indiana. The early days were tough. Their first engine, the Vid, flopped and setbacks seemed endless. Most would have quit, but Clessie learned from failure, refining his designs and pushing forward with relentless determination. He was determined to prove diesel's worth to a skeptical world, no matter how many doubters he faced. To win people over, he knew he had to show, not just tell, the power of his engines, making believers out of skeptics. This led to bold publicity stunts and grueling endurance tests that would save the company and put Cummins on the map as a true innovator. Persistence and innovation became the company's DNA, driving every decision and every breakthrough. Clessie wasn't just selling engines, he was on a mission to change how the world moved. He set out to prove that diesel could power the future of transportation, making it more reliable and accessible for all. And he was just getting started with a vision that would shape generations to come. Clessie Cummins needed to change minds about diesel engines, which were often seen as noisy and dirty. So he took his show on the road, literally. In 1931, he installed a diesel engine in a Packard limousine and drove from Indianapolis to New York City on just $1.38 of furnace oil, a remarkable feat. It was a statement: diesel could be efficient, reliable, and surprisingly economical. The real breakthrough came with the PT, pressure time fuel system, simple, robust, and precise, revolutionizing diesel technology. This innovation made Cummins engines more reliable, powerful, and fuel-efficient than ever before, setting new industry standards. The Model H, launched in 1933, became a legend for its toughness and dependability, earning a place in history. Truckers and fleet owners quickly learned to trust the Cummins name, associating it with quality and durability. The NH series, an evolution of the Model H, dominated American trucking for decades, becoming a staple in the industry. These engines were easy to work on, parts were everywhere, making maintenance straightforward and cost-effective. And they could be rebuilt again and again, extending their lifespan significantly. Cummins focused on the entire engine life cycle, earning fierce loyalty from customers who appreciated the long-term value. They weren't just selling engines, they were selling reliability and peace of mind. Cummins became the business partner that kept America moving, mile after mile. Their reputation grew with every mile, solidifying their place in the industry. Diesel was no longer just smoke and noise, it was the future of transportation. And Cummins was leading the way, driving innovation and progress. To understand Cummins' legend, look at their engines. The N14, an inline-six 14-liter powerhouse, became an icon in the 80s and 90s. With its select electronic fuel system, it balanced raw power with efficiency and control. Truckers loved its reliability and massive torque, up to 1,850 pound-feet. The N14 meant confidence on any road, in any weather. Then came the ISX-15, a leap forward with dual overhead cams and advanced fuel injection. Its variable geometry turbocharger improved response, fuel economy, and emissions. The X15 platform now offers up to 605 horsepower and 2,050 pound-feet of torque tailored for different jobs. Cummins doesn't just build powerful engines, they build the right engine for every job. Their engineering is about more than specs, it's about understanding what customers need. That's why Cummins engines are trusted by those who demand the best. It's not just power, it's purpose-built performance. Plessy Cummins knew that real proof came from real-world tests. In 1931, a Cummins-powered car finished the Indianapolis 500 on a single tank of fuel. No pit stops, just pure efficiency. In 1952, Cummins stunned the racing world with the first turbocharged car at Indy, capturing pole position. Even when mechanical issues struck, the message was clear: Cummins was a pioneer. During World War II, Cummins engines powered military trucks and landing craft, earning the Army-Navy E Award for excellence. These moments weren't just stunts, they built a reputation for reliability under pressure. Fleet owners saw dollars and cents, the military saw dependability. Cummins proved itself on the track, on the battlefield, and on the road. The world took notice. The Cummins name became synonymous with unwavering reliability. Cummins engines aren't just for trucks, they power the world. On farms they drive tractors and harvesters. On construction sites they run excavators and dump trucks. At ports they move containers and power cranes. Their QSB and QSL engines are built for the toughest industrial jobs. On water, Cummins engines propel fishing boats, tugboats, and even naval vessels. On rails, they pull freight across continents. In power generation, Cummins keeps hospitals, data centers, and remote communities running. Their reach is global, their impact immense. Cummins proves a great engine can power almost anything. How does a century-old company stay ahead? By balancing history with a relentless focus on the future. Cummins is investing billions in new power solutions, beyond diesel. Their Destination Zero plan aims for net zero emissions by 2050. They're making diesel and natural gas engines cleaner and more efficient, but they're also leading in battery electric and hydrogen fuel cell technology. Hydrogen internal combustion engines and fuel cells are powering buses, trains, and trucks in pilot programs worldwide. Cummins is embracing every technology, diesel, natural gas, electric, hydrogen, to meet tomorrow's needs. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, and Cummins knows it. The spirit of Plessy Cummins, pragmatic, hands-on innovation lives on. The future of power is changing and Cummins is leading the charge. Next time you see a truck, train, or boat, listen for the steady heartbeat of a Cummins engine. For over a century, Cummins has powered progress with grit and reliability. Their reputation was built in the dust of job sites and on endless highways. Not with flashy ads, but with performance. When you need to get the job done, Cummins won't let you down. The world needs more power, cleaner, more efficient, more sustainable. Cummins is meeting that challenge head-on, from electric to hydrogen. The engine of the future may sound different, but durability and reliability remain. Cummins is still writing the story of how we move, build, and power our lives. If you enjoyed this look under the hood, subscribe to Daily Magazine for more stories about the people and machines that keep our world turning. There's always more to discover.